everyone, it's Raleigh. Today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of January 29th. This will also be the week that we're jumping into February. So I'm going to start by setting up this little section, which I trialed out using it in January as I kind of just make my main categories I use anyway, and had some kind of things associated with them. So like if I did an hour of cleaning or an hour of this, I would kind of block them off. So I'm going to do something similar, and everything I'm using always in my Hobonichi is from the Coffee Monsterz Co, and I'm going to be using a lot of their February kit stuff. I'm going to actually be using some of this washi on here to set this up, and I found that this system worked in January. Yeah, I've just got I grayed out a box every time I did something that related to each of those activities. I just used one color and then used initials, and I had have a little reward for myself at the bottom, but I think maybe I was a bit ambitious, and January hasn't quite gone to plan. I've been sick a little bit, and that's okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to use this system again. So yeah, I'm just using a bit of the washi to decorate. I'd already put the months down at the beginning of the year, as well as a couple little deco pieces, so put this down. And I think I'm going to stick with the same thing this month of having kind of 3 categories: home, wellness, and finance. But one of the changes I'll make is I'll let myself kind of record a box even if I do just 30 minutes. I think in January I had it an hour for activity stuff and home stuff. And then I had no spend as the finance thing, which I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for finance this time. I might give myself credits for no spend, but also I still haven't done my setups for this year, my spreadsheet I use, or done any tracking, so I might count those as well. So I think I'll write a couple of these down. And I'd had kind of a little reward thing for January. It was going to be a manicure and an extra subscription to a kind of movie channel. I'm honestly not sure what it's going to be this year. I'll have to wait or this month coming up, so I'll have to think about that. It might be the same things if I don't quite meet my goals, but I found that this was manageable for me. It was just sort of in the categories, and it actually made me feel good to be able to kind of box things off. So yeah, I think I'll be continuing with this. I'll probably do it through March, the first quarter, and then kind of reevaluate it. But yeah, I find it's something that's manageable and does give me information about kind of when I'm doing things. And it is nice when you build up some momentum. So yeah, I think that's looking pretty good, pretty simple, but yeah, easy to manage. Oh, and I think up on the top 2, I was debating actually maybe just putting a quote there, but maybe I will just put the categories and how many my target's going to be. And I'm just thinking, I think last time for doing stuff around home, and I had it like an hour's worth of time, which I know sounds really bad because it sounds like, to do 8 hours work around your home isn't much, but I think I'm going to, I'll be doing them in 30-minute blocks. So I was just debating whether to add in the same rewards as last time, but you know what, I'm not sure, and January isn't over yet, so we'll see. I might still get there, so maybe I'll leave that blank. But yeah, up top I will put just the 3 categories and what my targets are going to be. So because I've shortened the time, I think for home I'll say 16, which will still end up being 8 hours. And this is time, like not like tidying up time. This is like, digging in to make some progress on purging that I want to do and reorganization and things like that. So we'll do home and wellness. And wellness, I'm just thinking about the timing. Yeah, you know what? I think I am just going to stick with the 8 hours for home for this coming month. And then wellness. And that can be things like activity, or I've always liked to do like arts and crafts and things. And I have these 2 amazing kits that I haven't opened, as well as I got a diamond painting, which is something I've never done. So things like that. Go. And then finance. I just want to spend some hours this month finally getting to that. I think like a lot of people, it's, you know, you have these goals in mind for yourself and then life comes and it kind of shifts. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good initial setup. I just got to think about the kind of reward at the end. This was how my January monthly looked. I don't do a whole lot in these. It really is just to mark main appointments or days off as a reference. I think this time I will add in the like what days garbage or recycling pickup is and paydays, because it would be nice to have that quick reference other than just in the weeklies. So we'll start by putting these really beautiful, and the February kits from Coffee Monsterz Co are really beautiful. It's all a floral theme, and these ones are really pretty. It's like purple and pale yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and use the stickers that come in the kit to put the days of the week up across the top. Yeah, these colors are really, really pretty. I've got the days of the week up at the top, just getting the last one. There we go. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty minimal, but one of the things I want to do is I want to use, I think maybe some of that washi along the bottom just to have a little bit more color. I'm debating whether, like on that left-hand column, I really just don't know what to track. So I'm not in here in this section a lot, and I was going to put like overall, you know, highlights and lowlights for the month, but I actually have another section for that, which I'll show you kind of at the end. It's what I'm using some of the blank pages for, so I'll have to think about it. There might be something else to use in there. So let me just finish getting some of this along the bottom just for a little bit more color. But this, I found it is helpful sometimes, like if I'm, you know, on a call or doing something, just to quickly look if I need to check a date. So yeah, just see if I can get this actually straight. And I'm still a little sniffly. I'd been sick at the beginning of this week. Sunday, I was off Monday, and I was actually feeling a lot better. I worked through the rest of the week and things were going well until Saturday night, and then it started to come back again. So I'm hoping it will clear up as quickly as it did before. We'll see how it goes. All right, so what else? Yeah, I think there's only a couple things. Oh, there's a family day, holiday. I think it's Valentine's Day, which I could maybe put in. So let me get some. All right, and here it is. So I did just put a note in for Family Day because we have that day off here in Canada, and then when my paydays are, and garbage and recycling. So yeah, that was about it. And now we're on to the weeklies. And once again, usually the first week of the month, I use whatever the monthly kit is. So I'm going to get started actually putting the days of the week. Okay, I put the days of the week, and I thought I'd put a little February to mark the start of the month. I stepped away for a moment and stopped recording, but I'm back. Yeah, just to remind myself it's a new month, and I think I'm going to use some more of the washi, the coordinating washi strips, and I really like the yellow in this, so I think I'll just pop this along the top. And yeah, this week I'm going to use just kind of my simpler list setup. This last week has been, I mean, overall it went pretty well, but I think just I was off for work for Monday, so the rest of the week was busier, and I'm still adjusting. I got my new cat last weekend, Winona, and so, you know, caring and making sure that she's transitioning and well. So I didn't get a whole lot done otherwise. And yeah, and then this weekend I was so excited to finally get out and see some family and friends, and it was a little disappointing that yesterday when I realized I was coming down with something again that I couldn't do that, but that's okay. I'm happy actually. It's not great not feeling well on the weekend, but I'm hopeful that I will be able to be back to work tomorrow. But yeah, this week I'm just going to keep pretty simple with just lists down the bottom. I did map out a couple different ideas, but yeah, my mind just is not in a place to think them through this week. So I'll go back to kind of my very basic setup. And yeah, I decided just to move this just so I can get that washi up there, and I'll just put this down here. There, I think that looks pretty. All right, what else do I want? I think, I do want to do a separation with this washi, which I think kind of coordinates pretty well the yellows. So I'll just kind of pick apart partway down the page. And yeah, in the bottom, I'll just be making lists of different things I want to get done in different areas. And then I'll kind of, as the week goes on, plot them out. I'm just not sure this week how things are gonna unfold. So I think this will be the simplest one, and I'll put some across here. I don't know if I want to go all the way across or just to Friday. Yeah, you know what? We'll for now we'll go to Friday. I might change that. We'll see. But I hope all of you have been enjoying, if you're a planner, doing your planners for this year, seeing kind of what works and what doesn't. I'd worked out a lot last year, which is my first year in the Cousin, but yeah, I'm always looking to try things that are a little bit different. But I really do enjoy using it. I find it's just the right fit for me, along with my traveler's notebooks too that I use, which I will. It's one of the things I'm actually hoping to do soon, is just show you all what I do with those. Just another deco piece related to the monthly kit. Oh, that's so pretty. Nice. It's nice to have some cheerful colors. It's been a bit gray and dreary. So there's this week, which is, you know, these nice colors. And then next week is actually Lunar New Year. And so I also got a Coffee Monsterz Co kit for that, which is kind of similar. It's like yellow and pink and blue. So that'll be nice. And that's what I like about using kind of one company. And I've said many times that there's so many great designers out there and who design wonderful stickers and kits. And I do use some from another company for my traveler's notebooks, but I think for me, I like the consistency of it, and that it looks kind of put together no matter what, if you have kind of the one that you use. And for me, just for purchasing and stuff, it's easier on my mind. But yeah, I'm really happy with the variety that I like, the designs, but the variety they have as well. So I just grabbed some low light highlight that I think were from a freebie, because that's what I want to start doing each week, because I've started to notice some things. I've tried to be a little more aware. And in the last couple weeks, you know, like I said, even though it hasn't quite maybe been the start to the year I expected, I am proud of myself for some things. There's some things that I found are working. And other things that aren't, or that I'm a little bit disappointed with. So I want to see if kind of tracking those weekly will help. I kind of know them, but I think it might look good to look back on it as well, because then I kind of have a picture of the whole week, what I was doing and kind of how things went. And I've got a couple appointments. I got one tomorrow morning, take Y for her first vet appointment, and before work, which is always a treat, but I think it'll be okay. And then I'm getting my hair done, so I think I'll just stick these up top. I won't use the timed section for this. I generally don't, just because I work from home, and so most of the big blocks during the day are just me working. So all right, so next up is, I want to grab it is garbage and recycling this week, so I'll grab that sticker and put it on. And I think I might actually, draw a line to separate out the weekend. Before I forget, I gotta pull this out. These are the really cool kind of stickers for house cleaning from the Coffee Monsterz Co. And the set, the main set, the preset one, happens to match all the floors in the rooms in my main floor, which is great. But they do have a version where you can kind of mix and match rooms, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I will start by putting the home sticker. So I'll probably do categories for home, finance, wellness, maybe like a general miscellaneous to do, and a next week, and a tracking. But we'll start with the home, because I want to put this sticker down, and I kind of want to put it here on purpose so that even though the bottom stuff doesn't align with the day necessarily, I do want to get it done by Wednesday, because the whole kind of doing a cleanup in my home before the start of the new month is something usual. So okay, so I added a couple more of the category stickers, and I'm just going to put a line down here. I had to step away for a second. So I'll get this down. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to go all the way across. So I think I'm going to lift up this washi tape. So I did stretch out the tape, and I ended up adding some more labels for sections and I think moving 1 or 2 around. And of course I forgot to hit record. I had a call come in that stopped it, so sorry about that. So I'm really finding it helpful to do a tracking section. This week it'll be a little bit smaller than I've been doing in the past few weeks, but still I think it's good just to track things like sleep, how much coffee, and I also use it to kind of mark down if I'm doing, you know, activities or stuff around home. And so some of that will end up getting transferred over to that first section that I worked on today. So yeah, it's really just a matter of filling in the tracking. Oh yeah, I've got to get the letters for the days of the week. And then yeah, I'll just fill in what I'm tracking along the left, and then all the things I want to get done in the different areas along the bottom. And then as the week goes on, each day I usually kind of pick the things that I want to work on, and those will be what I'll record up top to kind of say when I did them. So I'll get started on these. And I'm back just writing down the last thing, which is actually to do my little January overview. I have a section in the back for each month where I'm just going to write a couple paragraphs kind of and my thoughts on the month. So I'll get this down. Yeah, so this is all set. I'll just kind of be pulling stuff up. So here's where I'll put that January stuff. I've got a section for each month. I still haven't decided what to do with a lot of these. This one I will be using to record books when I've read the books, which I'm surprised I haven't read any full ones yet, but it's been a kind of crazy month. Yeah, so I think this is looking good. Oh, and I'll give you a peek too at my, this is how I've been using it daily. So last year it was really just writing, but now I found that I like do a bit of time tracking, kind of mood tracking, you know, different things. So yeah, usually the night before or the next day I set it up. So yeah, there's my kind of setup for tomorrow. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.